All right, so you done clicked on this video, you saw the thumbnail, how to get started on Turo, and I'm gonna walk you through step by step. I done broke this thing down. If you don't know, I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is William Boston. I'm a host on Turo. I've been a host for 2 years. I started roughly around the end of the pandemic. Started with a second vehicle that I had at the time. That was a Chevy Camaro. Got into Turo, started doing very well. Went through a lot of ups and downs in it. Learned a lot. Straight through experience. So learned so much that I put together an ebook called Money in Motion to teach you the ins and outs of Turo, things that these so-called gurus weren't teaching that I had to learn on my own. So I don't want you guys to go through that. So I put it together in the ebook. And now I'm bringing it to YouTube so that you guys can actually visually see me talking about it and then go through the steps with me on this process of you trying to get started as a Turo host or just grow your business that you already have with Turo. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel because I'm gonna be dropping a bunch of gems time and time again about a plethora of things that I have going on business wise. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I ain't gonna hold you no longer, man. Let's get into it. Let's figure out how to get started as a Turo host. So let's get into it. You want to know how to get started with Turo, right? I ain't gonna talk your head off. Let's jump into it. Getting started with Turo can be done in several ways. It's real simple. One way to get started is by listing a vehicle that you already own. So let's say you have a vehicle that you don't drive as much and it sits all day until you decide to go to the store or run some errands. Well, that vehicle could be making you money for the times that you're not using it by listing it on Turo. So here's an example, right? Let's say you work from home and you rarely go anywhere until later on in the evening. So you're working all day, you don't go nowhere until the evenings. You could list your car on Turo for a certain time frames throughout the week, which will allow someone to rent your car while you're at home working. Now the car is out making you money and the car is paying for itself, and you are no longer paying a car note or insurance out of your own pocket because the renters will be paying it for you by renting your car, and you get to pocket the rest. So let's say if the vehicle that you have can make you $1,500 to $2,000 per month, and the note with insurance comes to $500 to $750 a month or whatever, you can pay your car note and insurance with the revenue received from Turo for the car that you own, and still pocket $750 to $1,200 per month, all while renting your car part-time on Turo. And this is on the very low end money wise, just as a part-time host on Turo. That's what I call a part-time host. Now that way may be too risky for you. You may be like, hell no, I ain't letting nobody rent my car. Here's the second way to get started with Turo, where you can really start making larger profits, is by listing a second car that you have. Or you can finance a car to list on Turo. Now, if you're the owner of two vehicles, you can take your second vehicle that you do not drive as much, something that you don't drive as much, and have it listed on Turo full time, where it's getting booked 20 to 30 days out of the month. And having your second vehicle on Turo full time could very well bring in profits of 3,500 plus per month on, depending on the type of vehicle. And I'm pretty sure an extra 3,500 per month would definitely help you out. I know it would, right? So that's just in profits from that one vehicle. Think about how large your profits will be or could be if each month, if you had two vehicles, three vehicles, four or five, and so on and so forth. Or if you got on Turo and you had 10, 20 vehicles, this can easily become a 6 to 7 figure business, especially if you follow the blueprint that I'm giving you all the way through. All right, now the third way you can get started on Turo so you can put this money in motion, boom, make that money, is by buying a nice cash car or truck. Now, if you have cash or you have credit cards and you can afford to buy a vehicle cash, then that's one of the best ways to go because you have an exit plan with the cash card. and you can make triple the amount on what you paid for the cash car. And I'm pretty sure you probably want to know how. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you how. So this is how. Let's say you buy a nice cash car that's a 2011 or better, right? For about $8,000 to $10,000 with decent mileage between 60K and maybe 100K in mileage, right? You can place that vehicle on Turo an average of $82 to $120 per day. On the low end, that would produce $22,460 per month. On the high end, that would produce $3,600 per month. If you paid $10,000 for the car, it would take you 3 to 4 months to make your money back. That means everything after you made your money back is all profit. So if it took you 4 months to make your money back and you're now making $3,600 per month off this one vehicle, that would be $28,800 made for the remaining 8 months. Now, in a 12-month period where you're all in the green, that vehicle that you paid $10,000 for could make you $43,200. That means you quadruple the amount of what you paid for the car, and you can rent it out again for another year, year two, and make the same amount or more. Then after the second year, you can sell the car. So you done made your money 2 times, 3 times over, and then you sell the car for a little less than what you paid for it. And that would just be some extra play money because that 10K investment made you 80K if you had it on there for 2 years. That's not bad for one cash car. This is how you get vehicles, turn them from liabilities into assets, and then you start putting your money in motion. Start a business, build some generational wealth with it, and you can do this cash car method with as many cars as you can afford. It's pretty much up to you, but this is another way to get into Turo, buying a cash car. So one of the last ways to get started with Turo is by doing a joint venture deal, aka the JV deal. This is with someone who already has a vehicle that they may not drive or use on a regular day basis, right? So you can use their vehicle and have it listed on your Turo platform. You can create a percentage payout between you and the person's vehicle that you're doing for a JV deal, which can be a 80-20 split, 70-30, 60-40, or 50-50 split. That percentage can be agreed upon between you and the JV host. Since the car will be listed under your Turo account, then you'll be the one issuing out the payments to your JV host, whoever you agreed to use their car with. The reason why this is a great way to get started with your Turo business is because it doesn't cost you anything. It's $0, costs you zero money. Outside of getting trackers for the vehicle, there's pretty much no cost to get started on doing a Turo joint venture deal or the Turo joint venture method. Before doing the JV deal, you got to be sure though, get everything in writing. Be sure to create a contract that you can sign along with the JV host. Make the starting contract at least about 90-day period. So at least for 3 months, you can make money off the vehicle that belongs to the JV host. And then after the 90 days, if they want to continue, then create another contract to extend it for whatever time frame or time period that works best for you and the JV host. You got to make sure that the JV host has proper insurance and proper registration before listing the vehicle on Turo's platform. It's the JV's host job to make sure that they have all of their things in order, all of that paperwork. Your job as the official host is to manage the bookings that come through Turo on your platform and then pay your JV host after each trip. As simple as day is that. And I know a lot of people always ask, well, why would somebody let me use their card? Because they probably too busy to do it and they want to make money on Turo. Now, any one of these 4 methods will work to help you start your own Turo business. It all comes down to figuring out which method works best for you. Once you have figured out your entry point, then you can get started. You can get started using step 1, 2, 3, or you could use all 4 methods to increase your fleet and revenue on Turo. I hope this video has helped you understand how to get started with Turo and which way the entry points can be for you. If it has helped, man, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video teaching you how to get started putting this money in motion.